Championship leader Michael Roots has a healthy lead over Dave Pethers. Remember, Pethers has had to come through the B final, as has Mike Bodner and Stephen Jennings. So a chance to make hay here for Michael Roots on pole position. But he's not short of the stiffest competition heavyweights can throw at him. The old warhorse, the silverback himself, Tim Hill. A bit of a return to form, starts on the outside of row 1. Look out for James Taylor, Mark Oliver on row 2. Bilsborough, Harris, Jennings, Bird, Kay, Coombs. There's a whole long list here. This could be one of the races of the season. Well, we're rolling round here. Under starters orders. And Roots is gone. And Hill has missed the start. It's waved off. Well, Tim Hill was asleep there to Michael Roots. I'm sure he won't make the same mistake again. Yes, we've got a camera in this final as well, carried by Dave Pethers. Right, here we go. This time Hill's more awake. Remember, he's going to try and get in behind Roots for the first corner, but he's missed it again. Well, we're going this time without him. Roots, Taylor into turn 1, Bills up to 3rd, Hill pushed out to 4th. Here they come, up the small rise to Billy's Blind. Behind Hill, in the yellow helmet, it's Paul Jennings, Peter Kay, Mark Oliver. Into the S's, and Roots has got a couple of cart lengths on James Taylor, Bilsborough, Hill. Jennings was looking to shape up there to make a pass on Tim Hill. But it's Peter Kay. Oh, he's gone a long way in. Well, that's contact with Paul Jennings. It's a clear ABC, I think. Oliver inside Peter Kay at the horseshoe. Can he get it done? There's a penalty board. Penalty for Peter Kay for the assault on Paul Jennings. Here we are at the back of the pack with Pethers. I think I saw Jeff Simons in there. That's Billy Taylor ahead of us. Rudolph Thiessen in the red ahead of us as well. We're down about 15, 16, 17. Oh, there's a bit of contact. Taylor trying to get inside of Thiessen. Pethers goes through as well. I think that's Thiessen on the grass, it is. Contact there in the blue with Craig Rankin. Jeff Simons. I think there's more contact there with Gavin Knight. Nick Portlock. Angus Borth. Thiessen's been shuffled down that line. Gavin Knight, Craig Rankin, heavy contact. Well, that looked like an ABC as well, but there's so much going on, I think Knight's got away with it. Well, you wouldn't think a year ago Gavin Knight won this final to take his first win in Club 100. At the moment, he's hanging on to 19th. Roots has lost out to Taylor. Taylor leads out the S's. So it's Taylor, Roots, Bilsborough, Hill, Oliver. Oh, here comes Roots, a long way back and through. And he's running both wide, and it's Bilsborough into the lead. Nick Bilsborough leads the heavyweight A final. Well, it's warming up nicely. This could be a classic. Bilsborough trying to pull out the lead on Michael Roots. But it's not working. In the slipstream, Roots is trying to close in. Seems to be struggling. Thought he would have closed in, and maybe he's had a shot there at turn 3. Just didn't seem to have the horses. Down the hairpin, Oliver pulling out. Have a look at Taylor. Pulls back in the line. Remember, this is a 15-lap final. No need to go mad too soon. Well, Pethers has passed Billy Taylor. That's for 14th. So Nick Bilsborough leads a line of 10 carts. Any one of these drivers could win this final. That's the standard of competition in heavyweights. Taylor thinking about a move on Hill. Ducks back into line. Roots on the bumper here of the leader. Here he comes, down the inside. Oh, he's pushed him wide. Not a great move. Oh, there's more contact to the hairpin. And Kay's got past James Taylor. There's waving of hands in there. So Roots leads from Bilsborough. Hill, Taylor, Peter Kay racing under a penalty. Bilsborough looking for the lead, and he's dragged past Michael Roots very easily before they've even got past the end of Billy's. And Roots is losing out to Hill here in the S's. Taylor now trying to find a way by. On the hairpin, there's people pulling out to make a pass. John Maycock there under pressure from Paul Jennings. This is the second group, led by Steve Candle. Adam Nakar throws one up the inside of Steve Candle. Oh, you're not going to get through there, Dave. So Peathers stays in 15th. Our leading 10 charge through turn 1 and on their way to Billy's Blind in turn 3. And Billsborough's trying to make a break here, and Hill might be able to go with him. Mark Oliver's past Michael Roots, and Peter Kay as well has gone through, and Kevin Coombs. Michael Roots seems to be struggling. Coombs and Kay make contact, and Kay's off the road. And it's 4 wide out of there. Jamie Bird making a run round all of them. Well, it's all kicking off now. Peter Kay's been shuffled to the back of the pack. He's down to 11th. So let's reset the field. It's Billsborough from Hill, from Taylor, from Oliver, breaking away from Coombs, Maycock, Bird, Roots, Harris, Jennings. They all stream through turn 1. Here's Rudolph Thiessen, Craig Rankin, Billy Taylor, Mark Burrell. Angus Bove just off the back of them. Battles through the field. Landy trying to hold off Simons there. Knight ahead of Nakar and Peathers has got a run on Adam Nakar. He's down the inside at the hairpin. So Dave Peathers up to 12th from 23rd. John Maycock putting a move on Kevin Coombs. Can he get it done? He can't, and he'll lose out to Jamie Bird. Well, this group fighting over 5th are losing ground to the leading quartet. They're going to miss out on the podium if they're not careful. Right now, Taylor's looking to make a move on Tim Hill. Oh, he went over the curbs. Can he finish it in the S's? Of course he can. Can Hill hang on to 3rd? Whoa, it's getting a bit busy. Will Oliver's held on to the circuit just. Coombs defending from John Maycock in 5th. Coombs runs wide. Jennings has got a pass on Peter Harris. Oh, contact. Thiessen has gone off, trying to avoid taking out Harry Landy. Simons makes a pass on Rankin. Oh, and Both has taken out Taylor. On board with Dave Peathers. Charging down and through Billy's Blind. That's the left. Now turn 3 the right. Looking to make a move on Gavin Knight if he can. But Gavin's pulled out a cart length into the S's. Everyone taking a lot of curb. Maycock inside of Coombs for 5th. John Maycock on the move. James Taylor closing in. He was half a second down. So Billsborough, Taylor, gap to Hill and Oliver, fighting over the final podium step. Taylor looking to get a run. Quite a breeze coming out the southwest. Is he going to make his move now? No, he hangs on. Further back, Knight trying to make a move on Peter Kay for 11th. Well, Kay's run Jennings wide, and here comes Gavin Knight. And here comes Dave Peathers. All change around the bottom end of the top 10. Whoa, and Kay's run wide. Missed his braking point. Battle joined at the front. Momentarily Taylor was ahead there, but Billsborough at the inside line for the last corner. So Billsborough and Taylor fighting out for the win. As Taylor got a better run this time, he was closer to the first corner. He's looking at the inside. Oh, as Billsborough missed his apex, because here comes James Taylor. He's through at the S's. And Hill and Oliver are immediately closing in. We've got a 4-way fight for the win again, and Maycock's coming over from 5th. Three laps from the finish. James Taylor leads the heavyweight A final at Clay Pigeon. And it's John Maycock showing the speed, fastest lap, just when you need it. Oliver was on the grass there. I think he may have tried to make a move on Tim Hill. And Jamie Bird's putting a move on Kevin Coombs. Coombs has hung on to 6th. Taylor trying to make a break. Here comes Tim Hill. Oh, and he's pushed Nick Billsborough wide. Now, is that legal? But he's not giving the ground back. Billsborough down to 3rd. Maycock has joined that group. We have a 5-way dice for the win. Any one of these could win it. We're 2 laps from the finish. What a way to end the weekend at Clay Pigeon. Billsby to the inside of Tim Hill. Oh, he's running wide, and here comes Oliver and Maycock. Oliver now on the defensive, trying to hold off John Maycock. What a final from John Maycock, a new name to heavyweights. It won't be forgotten now. Final lap board is being shown to James Taylor. 1 lap from victory and a first win in Club 100. Maycock on the bumper of Mark Oliver. Can he make a move into turn 3? He's in position. Oliver knows it goes narrow. Can Maycock cut back tighter and get through at the S's? Well, he's not made that move. Obviously concerned about Tim Hill behind, because if the Silver Beast gets a sniff, he'll be down there like a ferret down a rabbit hole. Whoa, Maycock ran wide. Hill was closing in. Couple of corners now. No change. It's James Taylor, a first win in Club 100 from Mark Oliver and John Maycock.
It wasn't for want of trying.
Yeah, what a dog that thing was.
It was a heap of shit, yeah.
Alright, okay, James Taylor, congratulations, your first win in Club 100, big smile on your face. Didn't exactly start off very well, bit of a problem with the car on the rolling up laps?
I do have to dedicate this to Nick, because I spun up on the first rolling up lap, and I only had one sort of like revolution of the circuit, and then as I was getting ready to line up, he hit up the arse and was like waving at me. I thought I'd knocked him off. And then he managed to get across to me that I'd actually had a dodgy car. So I parked it, sprinted back to the pits, got halfway back to the pits, and then had to go back and get it and drive around again and get a new one. So it was quite running backwards and forwards.
Okay, so let's talk about the start of the race. Michael did get away, but you did get him, and as you say, 2 or 3 people managed to get past you that time, back down to 4th place, okay? That point there, you're thinking, not looking so good?
This track, I'm actually scared of this track. When I was 14, I used to race Super 1, and I only done 2 rounds, and the second round was here. The first round was in Kimbolton, and my exhaust cap fell off in the final, so I didn't race. And the second round was here, and then the final day of practice on the Saturday, I rolled it in down the straight, I broke the collarbone and ended up in hospital. So after that, my dad wouldn't let me race anymore. So I didn't come here last year, and I nearly didn't come this morning, because after that, I didn't race for 7 years after that. So,
and I remember you telling me that story, actually, someone else related to me earlier on, but I think you put that demon to rest once and for all.
yeah, no, this is my first ever win. Normally I always fall off or end up collecting people with me and ended up in the barriers as well. So
let's talk about the rest of the race. You managed to work your way back up to 2nd behind Nick Billsborough, okay? And then I didn't see what happened again, it was out of sight down the end of the straight, but you managed to get inside him at the end of the straight or into the chicane, James?
my car seemed to be really quick down the straight. If I ducked down my head, I sort of just gained on everyone. I used that to my advantage, and I got him down into the bottom of him and managed to sort of sneak around and get through the bus stops and into in front of him.
After that, of course, like so many finals we seem to play, it just was impossible to get clear. You had a cart length or 2, but they were right there. You were conscious how close they were over the last few laps?
They're quick boys. Everyone behind me was very, very fast. Normally, they normally win the races, not more than me. Well, I've never won a race, but I managed to get clear and briefly. So. I really didn't look behind me today. So once I got in front, I just concentrated because I knew as soon as I did, I'd be back in 10th. So I had to sort of balance it.
And then we saw you starting to celebrate a couple of corners from home there. I was thinking, no, don't do that. Wait till you cross the line. But it all came good across the line. Big celebration. Well done, Mark. Mark started on grid 4, but didn't get the best of opening laps. Sort of dropped back a little bit. And after that, really, it was a matter of working your way back up through the pit field.
Yeah, exactly that. I dropped a few places on the start, I'm not sure how many, at least 2 or 3 I think, and then managed to get a couple back, sort of working my way back through, and then sitting at the back of the 4 with Nick and Tim and James as well, and just trying to sit there looking for opportunities, which luckily came at the end.
And let's just talk about that opportunity. From what I hear, Nick had a little bit of a nibble at Tim somewhere, and they both sort of slid a little bit wide, and he was through in an incident. Is that how it played out?
Yeah, exactly that. I could see it lining up as I was coming in, so I backed off a bit, and I could see Nick was going to have a dive. Probably wasn't a lot of room, probably not enough room. Took Tim out as well, and just got the opportunity through. Yeah. Defended like hell.
Good recovery drive, so well done, Mark. Let's have a chat with John. A new name to the podium. I was struggling there a little bit. So towards the end of the race, really same as Mark, a little bit of coming together between the guys that were second and third. You nipped through into third there?
Yeah, down at the bottom corner. It was really tight with the leaders, and I knew I could probably, something was going to happen and I could capitalise on it, and I did. And yeah, they slipped wide and managed to get up the inside and get a good run through the chicane, and I think I was settled third really. So really happy.
Okay, well done. Excellent drive today. Make sure you turn up at Ella and all the remaining sprints. If you drive like that, then we've got another superstar on our hands. Well done, guys. Okay, big round of applause for these three drivers. So after 15 laps of racing, the top three were as follows. In his second sprint event, an amazing drive with fastest lap of 40.39, John Maycock. Okay, second place today. He's had a number of second places. Great drive, great recovery drive. Driver number 9, Mark Oliver. And today's winner is now worried about his trophy. Today's winner, first ever win in Club 100. Like I said, it was a special win at a track where he got quite badly hurt some years ago. It's been a little while coming, but it was always going to happen. First win in Club 100, driver 25, James Taylor.
Hold the mat in front. We'll have one photo of that first. Boys, I'll on my camera as well. There you go, guys. Thank you. Whoops.
Next round, Mark.
Well done, drivers. I'll just hand back to JB to say a few thank yous to the track, I suppose. Yeah, absolutely. I'd just like to thank